All right. Welcome, everyone. It's Dr. Hoff here with Tabix Pacific Chiropractic of Brooklyn, New York. And for this week's Health Talk, I'll be covering the healing process. So, the human body is an amazing self-healing organism. It is equipped with a nerve system and innate intelligence. The nerve system is made up of our brain and spinal cord. We can all agree that our brain controls everything. If I want to simply raise my hand right now, my brain is sending trillions of nerve signals and messages through my brainstem into my spinal cord and out to my body for me to be able to perform that function. Whenever we get a small cut on our hand or our finger, we don't have to stop and think and tell our brain to go heal that cut. The brain and the body already know what to do. It sends platelets to that cut immediately to stop the bleeding. But if there's interference or blockage to the nerve system, then the messages aren't getting through to the body properly because they're getting backed up at the brainstem. One of the most important messages that our body has is pain. Pain, or any symptom that the body presents with, is a warning sign letting us know that there's something wrong, something's going on. Most of the time, we try to avoid pain or block pain. We take something to inhibit that pain. And in certain short-term extreme circumstances, it may be necessary. However, pain in those symptoms that you are experiencing are also a part of the healing process. To get well requires whatever pain is necessary by innate intelligence going through the process of recovery and healing. So to better understand that, we are going to look at a visual and go through the steps of healing and the road to recovery here at our office, Tabix Pacific Chiropractic. So if we take a look at this image I have here, this is the road to recovery image. And when most people come into our office, they start off down here. They're suffering. And they have pains and aches, and their objective is relief, and our objective is to get them out of that pain or out of those symptoms they are experiencing. And so what happens is they come in suffering, we make a specific care plan for them, and we start to work with them to get them out of that suffering stage. So eventually they start healing. Some heal faster, some heal slower than others, and they get out of the suffering phase and they move into the improving phase. And then from the improving phase, they go up and they start to feel better. And then they get into the recovery phase. Well, they keep coming in, they keep under care, they come to their recommended visits, and from the recovery phase, they start to go to the stabilizing phase. And when you get to the stabilizing phase, most of the time, your symptoms can disappear. And at that point in time, the patient has a decision to make. Their symptoms are completely gone, but that doesn't mean that their problem has been all the way corrected. So if they decide to stop coming in for their visits, what happens is they fall down and they start to relapse in their care. So they're gonna drop down here and they're feeling good, there's no symptoms, and all of a sudden they stop coming to their visits. So they drop down until all those symptoms and those aches and everything come back, and then they come back in and they get under care again. So they stay under care and they're going back up and they're going back up and they're getting well and they're in the stabilizing phase again, and then their symptoms disappear. So they either decide to stay under care or they decide not to stay under care. And if they decide to not stay under care, most of the time they'll slip back down here to this relapse phase, and all those symptoms and all those things they are experiencing come back into optimizing. And over that time, we're bringing your body to complete wellness. But notice that key word I said, over time. It takes time to heal. A lot of people come in with the problems and the conditions that they're dealing with, and they've been there for a significant amount of time, 15, 20 plus years. And they expect in a short amount of time, in weeks or just a few months, to be completely healed from that. But when in reality, to remove the spinal blockages and allow the body to heal, it can take 5-6 months to get that person out of that, and then to bring them all the way up here to the wellness care that they're seeking and to truly be well, that can take a year or years. And so as you go through the care plan and as your body heals, you will experience some aches and you will experience some pains, but we have to realize that that is part of the healing process as well, and it'll be temporary. And if you continue under care, you'll continue to climb that road to recovery, and at times it can seem like it's taking a long time, but that healing process does take time. And if you allow the care to completely set in, you will climb all the way up the road to recovery and you will completely heal. So, here at Tabix Pacific Chiropractic, we offer complimentary consultations for all ages. We'll never charge you to come in and sit down and listen to your concerns to see if you are a candidate for our health care. If you're new to our office and you would like to see what we're all about, mention my name, Dr. Hoff, and this health talk and receive $100 off your initial x-rays. I just want to thank you all for tuning in to this health talk this evening, and join me this time next week for a health talk covering why chiropractic care is essential for you. Thank you all and have a fantastic night.